Hey you guys, my name is Brianna. I am the director of my super awesome team Slayin Wickless, and I was coming on here to share with you guys my biggest tip. I'll give it just a second to see my biggest tip for leadership. I'll give it just a second to see if anybody pops on. I know we've had a bunch of people going live today, but yeah, so I'm a little nervous, y'all. I'm so used to going live with like my team group page and then my superstar directors page that I'm like, oh my gosh, new people, and my nerves are a little shot, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys my biggest tip. You're going to hear a lot of different leaders and mentors, and SDs and superstar directors and everything tell you this a bunch of times, but it really is something so important in your business to show up. I know this firsthand, and that's why I'll share it a lot with my team as far as showing up, is because y'all, you literally have to show up for your business and your customers, your team, but it's so big within leadership because it's like if you don't show up in leadership, it's like going to a party with your best friend. You get there, your best friend leaves, and they're gone. You're not staying. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know anybody there. You're not staying. You're gone. You're checking out with them. So one of my biggest tips, y'all, is to show up. And I tell my team this over and over and over, and they know it because they know it firsthand as far as with me. The last year of my family's life has literally been insane. I know it's been that way for a lot of people, but just within a year ago, I'm 22. At the time I was 21. My 10-month-old daughter at the time had her first seizure. We were in and out of the hospital and stuff, and she actually has a rare genetic mutation that causes epilepsy. And y'all are probably like, this girl is crazy, but matter of fact, when the ambulance came and took us to the hospital, I went to get in. Y'all, keep in mind, my mom is my superstar director. I went to get in the ambulance, and I tell her, and I'm like, hold on a second. I'm like, Mama, can you please make sure my team's okay? Can you please post something in my team chat or my team group and let them know, that something's going on? Because I didn't want to just check out. I had no idea if I was going to be in the hospital with her all night, 2 nights, 3 nights, if I was going to get any sleep. But I still wanted to make sure that I was showing up for my team because I did not want them falling off just because I had a little hiccup, going on. So that is my biggest tip, is to show up. Later this year in July that we just had, my grandfather, which honestly, he was like my first dad before my dad became my dad. He raised me until I was about 7 or 8. He went up to his cabin in the mountains and he fell, and just a lot of stuff happened. That was really hard. We were actually 3 hours away out of town for right at 3 weeks. And we literally grabbed a bag full of clothes, packed everything up, and just flew to the cabin. And that's one good thing about this business, is that we were able to do that. We could just pick up and go. But what we couldn't just go and not worry about was our team. We couldn't not worry about making sure that, we had post scheduled and everything. So that was a really big tip. I've heard so many different leaders share it and talk about it. It's something that I've learned from other different leaders and stuff. But they'll literally tell you over and over and again. And it's not to be, like a pest or anything, or like, y'all show up in your business, but it's because it's something you have to do. It's just something that's a part of leadership, I feel like. If you don't show up, they're not going to show up either. You can't expect them, to be doing the things if you're not doing them either. And it's hard sometimes, y'all. I have a 2-year-old. She is the neediest kid I have ever met. Our team knows when we were gone for those 3 weeks, we still were in our team group. We're there by his bedside, spending last moments with him and still making sure that our team was okay. But yeah, so show up for your team, and y'all just be an awesome leader. It's hard sometimes. I know, y'all have no idea. Those 3 weeks, it was so hard to keep going, but deep down inside, me and my mom, we kept telling each other, we have to show up, we have to keep staying here, we got to make sure that we're posting. We know we're going through this stuff right now. They know it too, but they're not necessarily remembering that, every day when it comes up, oh, what do I need to post today or whatnot. So, but yeah, that's my biggest tip. I'm going to hop off of here. I am so glad that I was able to come on here and just share that tip that I've learned from other leaders and stuff with you guys. And yeah, so I will catch you guys later.